The following program is being brought to you by Loving's Moon, Tim and Jerry's Auto Sales, Garden Bowl, American Gratitude, Patrick Dugan's Coffee House, and AAA Loans and U-Haul. Two guys who had no business being in radio decided to start their own podcast, and now they just won't shut up. A Power Surge media production. Here they are, JB Surge and Snipes Uncaged.
That's right. It is Uncaged, episode number 33.
Wow.
I tried to remember.
I'm glad we can count. I quit counting years ago.
Well, it was funny because in our Ron and Cut 11, Joe clearly mentioned that I couldn't do math, but he didn't understand what we were doing really because the Ron and Cut series is different from our regular series. So this is our regular episode, number 33. I'm JB Surge Snipes, joining me as always.
Yep,
and of course, the third member of the unofficial third co-host of our group, KanEquip Girl. What's up?
How are
you?
Group? I'm good. How are you?
Good. All right. Tired? It's been a long week.
It's Tuesday.
Well, it was a long week last week because we had, of course, the Garden City Wind get underway, which is reason why we didn't in fact get the episode 33 release last week because we were just too insanely busy doing that.
Yeah, it was a good week. Garden City is now 5-1. They're leading their division.
6-1.
6-1.
They won last night.
Wow,
so,
that's right.
Because they're off to their hottest start in franchise history through their first 7 games.
And it's been fun, but it's been exhausting.
It has been exhausting.
I know you do the announcing and stats for the team, so I know you've been there every night. And in between that, I'm also doing the Riding the Pine podcast or Riding Pine radio show on KIUL that we do every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
The show. So. It doesn't deserve being plugged. God.
Yeah.
Because it's Joey, He
don't matter.
He don't matter.
Right. I'm on it, though. So.
Okay, you matter. He does not matter.
That's true, yes. There you go.
We don't like him.
We don't like him. No, so no, we don't give you any props, Joe.
Yeah.
See ya.
Later, Joe.
But yeah, anyways, we've been going on with that. So that's why episode 33 is released this week, a week later than what we wanted to, but that's okay. We roll with the punches. That's the reason why we have a podcast, so that way we can upload episodes whenever we want.
Right. And next week, we're actually going to record live from here on a Friday night.
Yeah, this is
prior to you doing the karaoke here.
Right. Yeah. So. See, we're at Loving's Moon right now, live here. We normally hear on Thursdays, but of course, with the wind season, we're going to be staggering episodes on Tuesday, Friday. Sometimes we may not be here. Like OFAS, we're going to be in for Ron and Cut 12. We'll actually be in Oklahoma for that. And
right.
I'm going to miss it.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be crazy.
Should we have you call in on the show?
There you go. We'll just have you. We'll just have you
call in.
See, there you go. We'll just. We're gonna have.
And when we say you have to take a shot, you got to take a shot.
We're gonna we're gonna have a slew of guests. So we're gonna have you, me. We're gonna have my cousin Drake. We're gonna have your cop buddies, Jeff and
the
Wade
guys
Rock.
I went to the police academy with. We're gonna have both of those guys with us.
My brother-in-law and his 2 daughters, or likely 2, maybe one, maybe just one. Who knows? We're still working that out. Right. But nonetheless, it's gonna be a packed house for Ron and Cut 12, and I guarantee it's not going to be as reckless as Ron and Cut 11 was. So.
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah,
that was insane.
Insane to say the least.
Right, and if you haven't gone back to listen to Ron Cut 11, you don't have to. It was. Oh man!
Well, first of all, the premise behind what I wanted to do with the bracket, I thought was a great idea, and I think a lot of people had a lot of fun. Yeah. But there was some overtaking by a certain someone.
I
wouldn't just shut up.
He's a radio disc jockey thingy.
But then again, Sandy just said, now we have our own podcast, and now we can't shut up. But he literally could not shut up. Yeah,
literally, yes.
So, but if you want to listen to that, but of course, 33, if you're listening to it, you're listening to it after Friday the 12th, I forget. But
that's when it'll be released.
Right? Yeah. So you're listening to it after June 12th. On our plethora of platforms,
yeah,
and wherever you get your podcast, except Apple, because I don't know why they're being the way they are. So they won't let me on Apple. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So, but anyways,
we'll go with Orange.
We'll go with the Orange. So yeah, but anyways, we're going to welcome in our guest for this evening. I should say this evening, but when we're recording it this evening, for episode number 33, he hails from the Panhandle of Texas, but he calls Southwest Kansas home for some reason. A good buddy of mine that I met in college, in my last year of college here at Garden City Community College, Mr. A.B. Licon is joining us. How are you doing, man?
Hey there. I'm doing well, thankfully.
Good.
It's a pleasure to be here.
And I hear you're a musician?
That's correct. Yes.
Wow.
He's a musician. Well, yeah, and
most days.
Most days. When you're not changing tires, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Or working on tires.
Well,
so.
Thankfully, I've left the tire game behind.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, what do you do now?
I do music full time now.
Music full time, man. Look at that.
Yeah.
Fully dedicated.
A recording artist, are we now?
Yeah.
We are a recording artist.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Independent artist. I'm taking that route. So
there you go. I like it. So, well, first of all, I say Panhandle, Texas. Where were you born and raised?
Okay, so I was born in Mexico. I was born in Delicias, Chihuahua, which is
what?
Yeah, it's in.
Okay, so you're born in
Mexico. I was born
cool.
in Mexico.
That's a little dog, right? Chihuahua,
something like that.
Yeah.
La Quiero Taco Bell.
That's,
that kind of thing.
That's where I come from. That's why I'm so small.
Okay.
But I moved to Texas when I was like 3 years old. I lived in Midland, Texas for like 2 or 3 years, and then moved up to Borger, which I know you're familiar with.
Borger, right?
Borger, Texas. Lived there for 8-9 years, and then we moved up to Johnson, Southwest Kansas. Grew up there, or raised there.
Became a Stanton County Trojan.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very
That's
nice.
2013. Go Trojans.
There you go. called some football and basketball for the Trojans when I had my time in radio. But yeah. Well, that's the thing is when I first met him and I realized that he was from Borger, and the first thing we started talking about was Lake Meredith.
Yeah.
Our times going down to Lake Meredith, and so, which those of you that don't know where that is, it's just outside of Fritch, Stinnett, Sanford area. Mm-hmm. So I mean, but those of you that that know the Panhandle, Texas area, you know where Lake Meredith is, and
I know it as the 20-mile marker. For if you're landing at Amarillo International Airport as a pilot, you have to call in when you're 20 miles out with your intentions. And so usually when I'm over Lake Meredith, that's 20 nautical miles to the airport. Oh, and so you call it in.
That's a huge lake, so you can't miss it.
Well, yeah. and it's funny because if it's a hot day and you get all those thermal updrafts when you're flying, as soon as you go over the lake, everything kind of drops because of the coolness that comes off the water instead of the heat. And so, your altitude will sit there and drop on you. So,
interesting.
Many a day's boating and skiing and swimming in the lake. It was.
That's a beautiful lake.
Oh, beautiful! But it's also sad of how much it's dropped. The level has dropped on it. I mean, because when you drive by it today, you can see where it used to be. Yeah.
Right.
Versus
is the marina still there on the?
Last time. Well, not last time. Last time I went was probably about 2 years ago. But it was pretty full. It was nice.
Oh, okay.
But the time before that, when I moved out of Borger, when the first time I went back, it was really sad. Like that marina was actually on the ground.
Oh, was it really?
It was pretty sad to see.
Wow.
But thankfully, this last time I went, it looked like it was up. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
It's been nice.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've actually been down there. I want to say it's been 6, 7, 8 years probably. It's been a while since I've been in the Borger area or just in the Lake Meredith area. Of course, my grandmother lives in Amarillo, who's actually in town today. So but a lot of fun down there. So moved to Johnson and Johnson City. I don't know. What do you call it? Just Johnson or just Johnson City?
Everybody just call it Johnson. The city doesn't fit.
I mean, it's a very small town. So.
They have a sidewalk for a runway. I know that. I think the runway is only like 35 feet wide.
Oh my!
And that the first time because when I started flight training out here, and the runways are 100 feet wide. And so you go near Johnson, which I've landed at before, and you see that, and you're like, no, you don't intend me to land on that. That's a sidewalk. But yeah,
short, narrow path.
Right, yeah. You know, your wheelbase of the airplane will land on the runway, but your wings are way out over the grass and the sunflowers.
That sounds like Johnson.
Yeah.
That sounds like.
But they have a great flying school there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You ought to check it out.
Maybe I should, yeah.
Yeah. Get your pilot's license.
Hey, tell Tommy
Fly to
Fitz
your
that.
gigs.
Tell Tommy Fitz that something's too narrow.
Oh, my. The story.
Okay, so I was looking at those of you that know that I work for the Garden City Wind. There is another team in the league called the Salina Stockade. Their field manager is named Thomas Fitzpatrick. I didn't know this until I was looking up some of his stats because there was some disputes going on with the stats going on, and I decided to look him up. The first thing that came up was, believe it or not, not him. It was a American aviator, Thomas Fitzpatrick, otherwise known as Tommy Fitz, who on 2 occasions, 2 years apart, after getting drunk, stupid drunk, would leave a bar in New York City, go to this airfield in Teterboro, New Jersey, get an airplane, fly it to New York City, and land it on a New York City street.
Near his bar.
Near the bar that he just came from.
Wow.
The first time was because of a bet. He's like, I bet you I can get from New Jersey to New York City in 15 minutes. Those that live in New Jersey, New York City, it's never going to happen. But yeah, he took an airplane, flew to New York City, parked it in front of the bar. 2 years later, did the same thing because the guy he was talking to saying that he did it. He's like, no, it didn't happen. He's like, okay,
I'll go do it.
I'll go do it again. He did it again.
Now, the first time he only got a $100 fine.
$100 fine, and the owner of the airplane did not press charges, believe it or not.
Yeah, because he stole the airplane.
He stole the airplane. It's not his airplane. So. But yeah, and then the judge the second time gave him 6 months in prison, and I forget what else. But yeah,
told him he didn't learn his lesson the first time.
Yeah, had he been properly jolted, meaning
yeah. We always have to try
Correct.
it first. Now there's a gentleman in this bar that I'm looking at who has done things over and over and over. Has never learned. Yeah.
He never will.
He never will.
Yeah. We're talking to you, Brian.
Brian. Yeah, that's right. Brian's in the house.
So, yeah.
Debbie serving the drinks, and then, of course, the other bar patrons who don't care to pay attention to this. I don't care. It's whatever. But yeah, I just
showbiz.
Showbiz. You know how it is, man.
Yeah, welcome to my life.
But that's just something I wanted to throw in. Since he was talking aviation, that was just something that's what I saw last night. But anyways, yeah. So Johnson, you moved to. Well, I guess, quote unquote, moved to Garden City for college, wasn't it?
Correct. Yeah. Right after high school, I moved to Garden. Well, just outside of Garden, I lived in an RV.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, just outside of town, and I fed goats for rent.
Awesome.
That sounds like fun.
It was cool.
That's
It was cool. It was really lonely, but I got me into music, so
there you go.
It worked.
So you didn't start playing music till you got into college?
No. Well, I grew up in playing drums, at church, and
okay.
Mostly drums when I was like 12 or so. So I mostly played drums, and when I went to the college, I actually started playing drums for like the jazz ensemble
and that's how you
band.
met JB.
Yeah, I was playing bass in the band because I was originally a drummer, but then they were like, "Yeah, we don't have a bassist," and I had just picked up the bass from church, and so I was like, "Yeah, sure. How hard could it be?" And it turned out that some pieces were harder than the others. So
it's 4 chords.
No, it's not that hard, not that easy. Jazz bass is a completely different animal to any other bass. Yeah, walking bass lines. Those of you that don't know, it's just notes put together in the same area, and you're just trying to hit as many as you can. Basically, that's like how it was for me.
Chameleon.
Well, see, now Chameleon was fun. Like
that was
it's
a fun
good
song.
funk piece, and so it was. But yeah, it had a good groovy bass line, and then we we just rocked the heck out of it.
Yeah.
I think I watched that recording the other day. I think it's still on your page.
Oh,
yeah. So
man.
yeah, it's legit. Yeah, he actually posted a recording of when we did the Endowment Association Endowment auction.
Yeah,
okay.
At the 3i building. So yeah.
All right.
I wish I would have got it better in angle. Like when I watch that now, I'm just like,
Yeah, I mean, well,
what a
you got
narcissist.
you and me, and then I don't know, somebody else, and you can kind of hear Esteban, and that's about it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
but
I
then
forgot
within
about
the whole
him.
band. So.
What has happened to Esteban? I forgot about him.
Gosh, it's been years since I've talked to him. I think once I left Garden City, I think I lost complete contact with him because he moved all over the place. He moved down to.
I think he's in El Paso.
I was gonna say I think he moved to El Paso. I don't know if he's still there or not, but yeah, I think he's pursuing a music career too. So
Okay.
well, good for him. Hopefully it's working out. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So, well, you said you started playing drums at 12. Is that kind of your first bout with
music?
Music, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I went on to play drums all through college. I started learning guitar when I was like 16, and so I would just noodle around with it and try to figure out. The first song I learned was La Bamba.
Oh, there you go. Well,
so that guitar riff at the intro is what
that's
I
a
swore.
good, that's a good
figures
riff.
out.
Yeah, it's a cool one. It was so interesting. Like I wanted to figure it out, and so that's the first one. It just got me. It's so intrigued, and so I just kept working on it until
it's
I finally
such
got
an
it.
iconic opening groove. So I mean, once you hit it, it's that first 4 notes. Everyone knows what you're playing. So
Yeah, I was committed.
yeah, there you go. So
Yeah, and so eventually, like at the college, I started playing drums and getting into jazz and jazz ensemble and that style of music, and that definitely pushed my boundaries on what I knew about music. And so I went through the JUCO program working on my music degree, and I ended up falling a little short. I got really frustrated and like depressed and just dropped out. And I was like, I'm going to move back to my parents. So I went to the JUCO for about 3 years, and then I was just like, yeah, I'm done for a little while, and then lived with my parents for a year and a half, and I was just like, okay, I got to get back on it. I was like, I don't want to live with parents forever.
try again. Yeah,
That year and a half was cool because I got to travel and see the world a little more.
Yeah.
So it was cool. It was worth it. And then I went back to the college, and this time when I did go, I played guitar for jazz, and that's what really pushed my boundaries on guitar. And so ever since then,
like I said, I mean jazz music. I mean not only with drums, bass, especially guitar, because the chord structures with jazz guitar is ridiculous.
It was unreal.
It's
unreal.
It'll quickly turn you into. I don't know if you'd say an expert, but I mean you gain some incredible jazz or just incredible knowledge about a guitar when you're playing jazz.
It makes everything look easy. Everything else look easy.
I like the simple 4 chords again. Can we go back to that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's well, of course, that's most praise and worship songs. Well, I mean, I know you're involved in a praise band too.
Correct. Yeah.
So, what church is it again?
Cornerstone.
Cornerstone. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, now my niece is the worship director.
Hannah.
there?
Yeah.
Hannah.
Oh,
Rich Meyer's my niece.
Yeah, she's
Nicholson now.
Nicholson.
Nicholson.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Been working with her for a while, so she's awesome.
She's great. A wonderful singer.
Yeah.
So
very gifted.
So yeah, but and of course I've got my bouts with the First United Methodist Church praise band, which I'll actually miss rehearsal tomorrow night due to the Witten game. But I'm also playing a little bit more drums too. I'm glad to do that because I haven't played drums in forever, and now I'm getting to do it regularly. So
Nice.
Well, yeah.
It keeps
With the summer months, it's tough to find musicians to fill in for
Everyone's
worship
going on
services.
vacation, so-
Everybody's-
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And so that's what reason he's jumping around doing everything.
And it keeps the stress levels down.
oh,
Had a
100%.
good
yeah,
level.
if you get to beat skins instead of you're
Oh yeah, nothing like just going out and beating some skins.
Yep.
Kind of like Todd Rundgren, bang the drum all day. Just after a long hard day, you just want to go out and bang some drums. So
Make some drums.
bang the drums.
You do it for Jesus too.
There that's even better. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is for you, Jesus, and
for
I'm
you,
just gonna whack this.
This is
Beat the
for my-
crap out of this.
This is for my teacher.
Took a stick and went out to the shed and banged on that drum like it was my boss's head. Yeah. Been there. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's kind of how things got started. So, well, you mentioned that you were there for 3 years and then you just didn't get to finish at Garden City Community College. That was, if I remember right, that was kind of the start to your album Lost.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Okay. So like I said, I dropped out of college because I was like, primarily it was just some mental issues that I started going through, and just really like college and life was not going the way I expected for it to be. And I was just like, okay, I'm just going to quit for now and like just try something else. And I went back home and I started working, and like after work, I would just go home and just sit in my room and like write. And before that, when I was at the JUCO, I really got interested in writing and songwriting with Esteban, actually.
Oh, okay.
We were in a band for a while, so he really inspired me to write original music because he's such a great songwriter too.
I was going to say, he writes original music all the time. Yeah. It's incredible.
He's a gifted writer.
Yeah, I can't write my own music to save my
really?
life. The inspiration comes maybe once a month, and I maybe get 2 lines in it, and I'm like, okay, that's all further I can get. Because inspiration, you can't force it. You can't force songwriting.
Definitely.
Then you're writing stuff and you're just like, it's not good, or it doesn't feel right, and but and so you had a band with him and started writing songs, and then
started writing songs, and then when I did go home, when I was at home, when I was in college too, I kind of got a basic recording setup. Like I downloaded Audacity and like had a cheap laptop with the most inputs I can find, and just for guitar and mic, but.
This is what we got. That's exactly what I got.
Yeah,
it's not by any means cheap, but I mean, it's
a great software. But when it comes to like producing music, like 100%. Full ensemble like setup with plugins and all that stuff, you need a little more. But that's perfect for what it is.
See, now that's the thing. Audacity is, I personally find it better for recording. I use kind of a stripped down version of Adobe Audition for editing and stuff like that. That's better for editing, I think, personally, but Audacity is a good recorder. So, but that's really cool. So,
and so when I was at home living with my parents, I bought like a recording bundle. It came with speakers, mic and interface, and it came with a free version of Studio One by Presonus.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So that was like, whoa, like this is on another level. And so of course, like for probably about 6 months. Well, I still figured out that software more and more. It's not something you really fully learn because there's always
there's
so many
new
tools.
You discover. You're just like, I can do this.
Yeah. And so I just basically like looking up and researching and reading and on everything that I possibly could on recording and the process and proper steps and stuff like that. So I really focused on just trying to create something. And so I had quite a few songs that I had written. I started with one that I had written that I just trial and error on that one, just trying to figure out how this is done, like how I can do it. Because learning to play all the instruments, like I learned guitar and bass and some piano, enough to hang. And then I just wanted to create it. This vision, I just wanted to see it come alive. And finally, step by step, a lot of trial and error for sure. Like,
I think I have to ask, can you put all those instruments on one track? In other words, can you record one track of keyboard and then one track of bass?
Yeah,
and one track.
That's what's called multi-tracking, and
I didn't know.
It's called overdubbing as well.
Or overdubbing, that's also a thing.
So it's just layering. Like since I was the only person, of course, you can record an entire band at the same time if you have the right software. But since I was
kind of like what Zach did. Zach Cameraman, when you showed me, he had recorded all the instruments.
Right, he records all the instruments and then do a thing called mix down and basically just shoves them all together into one track. So, that's basic recording. That's kind of that's how you record on especially trial and error. That's. In my bouts of recording, it's all about trial and error.
Learning editing gets you really far.
100%.
Because you can't get a perfect
No.
take. It's impossible.
No, editing is
that's
my
kind of the
best
cool
friend.
thing
about it, which kind of makes you admire some of the early musicians when they couldn't do that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Everything had to be taken on one take or whatever, and
I still see a lot of beauty in that. Like, there's still a lot of musicians that still do that. Of course, like just kind of a more traditional mentality. Like Jack White, that's how he records. He does not use any editing. Like they'll do like effects and stuff like that and plugins. But like as far as just one take, he goes into his studio with the full band. Of course, they're rehearsed and stuff. But that's how he believes.
And they'll do it all in one take.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
It's pretty crazy.
And I try to stay as far as I can, like with editing just to make it still sound like me. I don't want to be a musician that walks into a room and sounds nothing like what the track sounds like. I don't like that.
Yeah, I can't. I don't have. First of all, I don't have the mental capacity, or second, I don't have the gall to try to manipulate a sound that's not really there. So, yeah, it's I like that. So, and yeah, overdubbing, like a lot of early musicians used to do that. Well, first of all, Buddy Holly, well, like you mentioned, La Bamba, Richie Valens did that a lot. And so, I mean, Buddy Holly himself was just an incredible composer. He just put a lot of stuff together. But yeah, even what's the guitarist name for Boston? Had his own home studio built. I forget his name already.
Oh, the MIT graduate.
Yes, yeah.
That he built his own equipment
built his
using
own home studio.
Because he was an MIT grad, and he'd worked for a major telephone company, and then in the spare time in his basement. In fact, if you listen to a lot of the Boston tracks, they can't do that live because of everything that he was doing on that.
Yeah.
Gosh, I want to say Tom was his first name.
Yeah, it is. I'd have to look that up.
I'm going to look that up for
while
you guys. Yeah.
There you go. So, but even that, because there is an art to editing and putting things together like that in itself is a different monster too.
Yeah,
so,
definitely. And it is necessary. Like the more I've learned about it, the more I use it. It's you want to get it clean too. I mean, I like polishing it up, and it's great. It adds another level of expertise. And
it would be Tommy Schultz.
Tommy Schultz. That's right.
Tommy Schultz. Yep.
Huh.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, we watched a whole thing on Tommy Schultz about.
Yeah, how he did. Is it Long Time? Is that the song? I want to say.
Maybe, yeah. I don't remember, but
yeah,
it's the amount of tones that he was using were just not normal and, to different.
And he could play a note on his guitar and hit a button on the device that he built, and it would hold that note so he could play the next one, and it would hold that one, and so he could continue to. It would hold those notes while he was continuing to play.
Kind of a weird like drone type sustain type thing. So and
in fact, some of his inventions are still being sold to this. He sells them.
It makes sense because I've seen pedals like that, like guitar pedals that do that. Now.
There you go.
Yeah,
so he's the
and
OG.
so he was the forerunner to that. And he designed it. His boss in Boston, working for the telephone company, told him, "Okay, I know you're going away every weekend to play music and everything." He says, "When are you going to stop working this job because of all the And he didn't stop that job until he had a steady workload of at least 50,000 seat stadiums for a week. And then he said, well, yeah, maybe I should just devote to music
all the time.
But until then, he was still working for the telephone company.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it takes a lot to try to... I don't know if I want to say gamble, but at the same time, you're putting a lot on yourself as a musician to go for that full time, which there's a lot of musicians that don't have that don't feel like they have it or don't feel like they want to try for it. They still have their full time jobs and they just do music on the weekends, which I know a lot of musicians are like that, but at the same time, it's also very admiring to see that just for you to go for it, try for it and see, see how far you can get, or I just don't see
play anything I can lose. Like I don't have anything to lose with it. I mean, thankfully I'm married and I have a family, so there's that element that it's my priority. Of course.
You'll never lose that.
Yeah,
really.
I'll never lose that. And it's just like the way I see it is like you can either chase your dreams or you can just fall back on a 9-to-5 job or, it's like those jobs are always going to be
I'm
there.
leaving. I'm going to go chase my dream.
Thanks
for the inspiration.
Thanks for the inspiration.
I'm 60 years old, but by gosh, I'm going to.
You just put
just money.
You just put 100,000 employers out of work with that line there.
It's just money.
It's just money. There you go. So, but it's really admirable. So
you said you're married and have kids?
Yeah. Well, I'm married. I have a stepson now.
Okay. And so you just left Rupp.
Yes.
So what are you doing now other than full-time music then?
Yeah, full-time music. I teach privately.
Oh, okay.
And I do performances. I'm doing now like 2 performances a weekend. Doing over at the Flat Mountain and doing tequilas now too.
Our buddy Rob Gardner and
that's why I explained to Mom earlier. She's like, "Wait, didn't Joe do that?" Like, no, it was a Saturday once. Joe does one performance a month, but nonetheless. But yeah, you're over at Flat. Is it every Friday now?
It used to be every Friday. Like right before COVID, I was playing there every Friday.
Wow.
And it just got a little busy. It's just kind of slowed down, and I told Rob, I was like, hey, I think we just slow it down a little bit. So I was doing like twice a month. There would be a couple months where I would just do once, and now, until from then, I was doing like twice a month, and then now I'm pretty much back to every Friday. I have 3 Fridays this month.
Oh wow, cool.
It's just to keep it busy, like to keep it rolling. My mindset's different, and I'm ready to go in some more. So
yeah, I've been meaning to catch a show, but it seems like every time I see you that you're performing, I'm either at work or with a wind game or doing karaoke here too. So
yeah,
it's crazy trying to figure out
a
weekend.
Since you're singing, there isn't a reason why after you're done there you come here and do karaoke with JB.
It's true.
Oh yeah, is that what you guys are doing tonight?
Yeah, every Friday or eventually.
On Fridays.
Yeah, Fridays here at Loving's Moon is karaoke starting at 9:00. So
cool.
And so we all have a lot of fun doing that. So yeah, come out and sing a few. There you go.
Yeah, dude. Start a band.
So let's start a band.
That's I have
That's
a
how
band.
it starts.
Yeah.
See,
I have a band. Well, like. Side note, I guess this is a public announcement of that. I'm actually looking to relocate here in the next few months.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. What are some places you're looking at right now?
Well, the plan is Colorado Springs.
Colorado Springs?
Yeah, that's the direction we're headed.
Cool.
It's just, we're committed to that. Springs is just making it happen now. We're just focused on that. We're just trying to find a place, of course, and a job to secure the landing, and so that's long term. It's to get back into that, just to expand a little bit and get into a place where there's a bigger market and just more opportunities. There's great opportunities here, but you just don't see a lot of them, And,
sure.
And like I love Flat Mountain, I love playing at Tequilas, I love playing locally, but it's just I want to
kind of just spread the wings a little bit.
Definitely.
I get that. A lot of people I know that have moved out of Garden City because there was. They saw something more somewhere, so and then there's nothing wrong with that at all. So
it's a good city, but I just don't think it's big enough. Like there's not enough.
Well, that's the thing. You keep getting bigger, then towns are starting to get smaller for you. So
definitely, it feels like it. And also it's not a cultural thing. Live music, like it is to some people.
Sure,
like it's just not.
I mean, you get those people that are at every live event in Garden City ever. Like, if there's live music in Garden City, they're there. 100%. Like, you get that following. But, yeah, it seems like I've kind of noticed that about Garden City as well, is that it's a good majority of it. Maybe don't, I don't know, I wouldn't say respect it, but at the same time, it's just maybe not their thing.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah.
So
it's like you see something that you're not used to seeing sometimes. A lot of the times, actually, like even if it's a place that I play regularly at, you'll still see some faces that are just like kind of like, whoa, what's
going on
what's
over
going
here?
On here?
I get these faces every week though here at Loving's Moon because
and I'm going to bear a little bit about myself. I when you have musicians either at church or at a bar or things like that. Years ago, I took a test called the Heavenly Discipleship Profile Exam, and it told me what type of personality I was. And I noticed this from years back when somebody, whether it's JB or anybody, and people that I know, I won't go to their live event unless I'm dragged and pulled, because when I go, I fear for the person up on the stage that they don't screw up. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
I'll actually look down. I used to look down when people were performing at church and just pray to myself, don't let them screw up because I don't want to be embarrassed for them.
Huh.
And so that's a personality that was in me that I take on that embarrassment for them. And so that, you know, and if I'm one, I'm betting you there's other people just like that.
That's
maybe.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, they may be not want to hear because they don't want to be embarrassed for you. Mm-hmm. You know,
if you're not doing well, or
it's kind of funny because like early in performance, you think that way. You're just like so obsessed with like not messing up, and then you mess up, and then at some point there's a switch that flips.
You just keep
like,
going.
Let's just go. Let me mess up. I don't care.
I think it's imperative for musicians to mess up at least once during a performance, so that way you can just get past it. Mm-hmm. Hey, I messed up.
And JB being a high level doer, he'll just go.
Yeah.
He won't stop. He'll just keep going.
Yeah.
Whereas I would have stopped and cratered.
And I also do. I mean, whenever I perform or whenever I sing, you know, I do it for the love of music. Mm-hmm. And I mean, and I've gotten to the point where I kind of stopped caring about what the crowd thinks about me.
Yeah.
I couldn't care less what they think about me because I like doing what I do.
You have to be there. You almost have to be there, or else it'll eat you alive. Like you'll go home and feel like nothing.
You'll be like, oh, I'm not the best, or I'm not good enough. I can't do this. You know. So it's
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it's just. If you have to get to that point as a musician and be like, you know what, do your thing because you like doing it.
Yeah.
And stop caring about what people think. So
and it's something that I have found that just kind of transcends into every area of my life, where it's just kind of tunnel vision on the goals, you know, the dream, you know, in my instance, the dream, you know, just to make it happen. To me, I don't care. Obviously, notoriety comes with this career field.
Sure.
But it's just like, I just want to do music enough to where I can make enough money where I'm living comfortably. I don't need a lot of money. I just want to live comfortably and provide.
Like a Rich Mullins.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he had millions and millions of dollars, but he always just said, just pay me what a normal working man's wage is.
Yeah.
And you guys keep the rest and donate the rest.
I was going to say, well, whatever excess he got, he donated off anyway.
Right.
Wow.
So, I mean, Rich Mullins was kind of that classic, you know, I'll keep me alive.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be this millionaire or be driven by money.
It was somewhere between $18,000 and $20,000 was all he was getting every year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and of course,
he was offered boats and jet skis and a bunch of other stuff, and
cars, cars, buses.
That's awesome.
Just him and his Jeep.
Think about how many people on this earth would do that. Like,
it's a.
I mean, I say that now, and you know, and that's the goal. You know, hopefully God keeps me grounded enough to where I can remain with that mentality, and I can stay grounded in that. But it's just like, you know, you never know. Like, I want to remain here. That's my goal. But it's just like, you know, everybody's got a price. And I don't know. Like, I wouldn't mind a new Jeep. You know, I've always wanted a Jeep. I wouldn't mind a Jeep. It'd be great, you know? But it's just like,
I wouldn't mind a $2 million home.
Right. No, but
I think I would stop after my fifth airplane.
Yeah, my fifth airplane. Snipes would be.
I would
collecting airplanes. Collecting airplanes would be his thing.
Right now, I've been watching a lot of videos. I'm thinking I need to go up to Hayes. There's a company called Vans Aircraft up in Hayes.
Oh, there you go.
And the Vans RV-12 is my new toy.
New toy.
Yeah. But you know.
I wonder what the wife would say about that.
No, I can tell you that right now. That's why I'm taking AB's words and saying, you know, the heck with it. You just got to live your dream.
Follow your dreams, man.
What did I do?
So he's become the fault man.
Dang
now.
it!
That's right.
So
AB said I should get an airplane.
Mom's going to start coming after AB now. So
that's right. Yeah, you better leave.
I'm in trouble. Yeah,
you better leave town
and don't go to Colorado. That's where the grandkids are. She'll go there.
Oh man.
I was going to say my three nieces live in Colorado. Going back to Mexico. There you go.
Fleeing the country.
Yeah, because she's from Texas, so you can't go there.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
She won't go to Chicago. Go there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just don't get shot.
There's plenty of jobs there.
Take a gun.
Yeah, just don't get shot.
Just don't get shot.
And if we can keep KanEquip Girl from talking so much, we can get our words in edgewise here.
Yeah. KanEquip Girl. You have any
comment?
You have any questions, comments about this man?
Yeah, this man here.
Sorry, been a long week.
It's been a day for her.
Yes,
a day. I mean,
yeah, and a little personal behind that. she had a friend pass away this morning.
Oh man.
Or we think last night or this morning. So
I'm sorry to hear that.
So she probably started her day off horrible.
Yeah.
Yes. Wasn't a very
Usually
good
when
day.
your day starts off horrible, it
Just
may
keeps
not
going.
get much better. So,
But if you turn that perspective around and say things like, well, at least he's not suffering anymore.
No, he is not
And he
suffering.
may,
that.
And he
and
was.
if he was a believer, he is now in the kingdom.
greatest place to be.
Right.
That's
so,
very true.
Right. So
Amen
he's
to that.
actually in a better place than we are.
Yeah.
And we're all
He's
striving
with
to
his
get
dog.
there, right?
He's with his dog that
Yeah.
he lost.
Yeah, on
And
the
see,
rainbow.
So-
well, and see, that's the thing is that when I die, I don't want people to mourn. I'm in the best place to ever be. It's a celebration.
Yeah,
It
party
should be.
time.
And that's one reason I'm not being buried.
Yeah.
I've donated my body to forensic science to further be put into a body farm so that forensic science and helping law enforcement learn how to study a body that decomposes over time, because I know that the soul, everything about the person is gone.
Yeah.
I'm already with the Savior, so I don't care. And I don't want the kids to feel like they have to go visit a tombstone somewhere.
Yeah.
If they want to put a plaque up on their tree out in the backyard, that's fine. But they don't have to go visit
Yeah.
Put a picture of you with a beer bottle next to it, maybe. I don't know.
and an airplane.
In an airplane. In an airplane. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Nothing like drinking and flying at the same time.
So that's Tommy Fitz, man.
Tommy Fitz, yeah.
Tommy Fitz. That's my new hero.
He's my new favorite person now.
That's legendary.
And I've known pilots like that.
Really?
They're that precise that they could just put it down on the street right in front of a bar and walk in. So.
It's quite the Uber.
Yeah.
It's quite the gig.
Tommy Fitz, if you're listening. No, he's not listening. He's dead.
Is he on Uber? Oh, wait.
No, he passed away.
Yeah,
This
he-
was all back in the 50s.
Yeah, this was
That he did.
1956, I believe.
Back
yeah.
when it was a $100 fine. Now it's probably,
Oh, gosh.
100,000 at
Yeah.
least.
Like,
in jail for
more.
10, 15, 20 years. Yeah.
20 years, yeah.
probably-
But nonetheless, yeah.
And back then when there was no controlled airspace over New York City. That kind of
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, good
Where you
luck.
could literally fly an airplane into Manhattan.
Well, you got to remember that
At 3 in the morning.
In the late 70s, early 80s, there was a young student pilot decided to fly his Cessna from West Germany and landed at the Kremlin with his airplane. He got through all that and landed in the Kremlin, in front of the Kremlin. Yeah.
Insane.
Guts.
So that's
That's right.
Guts and glory.
yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, that's AB in a nutshell. But
Yeah.
I know there's more to the story. But of course, you do have your music. Wherever you get your music, you can go check him out. AB Licon. He's got his album Lost that came out 2-3 years ago. Something like that.
Oh, gosh.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been like
I've slept since then.
It's called Lost.
Lost.
I have been
album's
found
called-
since then.
I've been found. That's right. Was
Yeah.
blind, but now he sees.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no,
Yeah, that was about 3 or 4 years ago. And it was
Yeah.
it was in March, I can tell you that.
that's right. Okay, so and I remember him coming on the radio show that I did
Oh,
when,
yeah.
I was radio.
Yeah.
So
Also,
and so yeah, that's and like we were talking about, that was kind of the journey to writing the album Lost. It was
Yeah.
kind of the journey you went on. Just kind of stepping away and just wanting to just see life, I guess.
Yeah.
Just to see life in a different lens.
Yeah,
So.
definitely.
But however, you've released a new single called "Driving," and so that came out on my birthday, by the way. So
Oh,
just
yeah, that's
recently.
May 28th, yeah.
Makes
So,
Wow.
Yeah.
so yeah, that actually came out. He'll be performing that in a bit, but first I want to get to kind of a rapid fire interview. We did this with Tessa Jane just a couple of weeks ago, so I'm going to ask you some questions.
All right.
Kind of get a little bit more known about you. So, what's your favorite food or kind of food?
Oh, man. Mexican, bro.
Yeah.
I'm Mexican, so
He had
I'm staying with the homeland.
any favorite kind of Mexican food dish?
Right?
I mean, tacos. You can't go wrong with
No,
like
of
good,
course
just
not.
like good quality tacos.
Taco
Yeah.
Tuesday.
There,
Yeah.
it is
Oh.
Taco Tuesday.
Oh, it is, huh?
Yes.
Should have ordered in.
Yeah, there you go.
DoorDash.
DoorDash, that's right. What's your favorite type of music?
Favorite type. I'd have to say jazz. Like
Jazz? There you
there's
go.
so much to it that
It's so complex.
Yeah.
There's so much you can learn
And
about it.
there's a lot of freedom in
Yeah.
some of that jazz because it's not written down. They're just playing it as it goes.
Most, yeah.
Somebody, your jazz
'Cause-
musicians are
Because
just
I'll love like a good like ambient meditation song
Mm.
just as much as I love as a crazy like Sonny Rollins like just free for all like
Yes.
note after note like wailing it song.
Or Buddy Rich just
Right.
pounding the skins
But
just
if I had
all day.
if I had to pick a genre, it'd be jazz because there's just so much to it.
Jazz. Sonny Rollins a good favorite artist, or
He's one of my favorite artists.
there you go.
Yeah.
What's your favorite TV show? Could be one that's maybe not on the air today, but
Classic The Office. Like I love The Office.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
watched
it's
it multiple
funny.
times. Like I just can't get enough of it.
I never would about
It's
it.
just a
The
good.
Office. Have you not seen The Office?
Oh, I've seen The Office.
Oh man, it's
I just never got into it.
hysterical.
Oh really?
No.
Yeah.
I'm too simple for that.
Oh.
Simple. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is The Office is just it's a different kind of humor. It's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
it's kind of almost a flash humor, and there's some hidden humor in there. So
Yeah.
you kind of have to be in the right state of mind for it.
And,
So,
and I'm too invested at this point. Like
yeah,
I can't go back.
You can't go back.
can't go back.
See, I'm more like Big Bang Theory.
Oh, I love that show.
Yeah.
Big
That's a
Bang
great
Theory's a
show.
great show.
And the knockoff to that now, Young Sheldon. I like that one.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, that's where
Sheldon's
where he
young
grows
and-
up in Texas. Yeah.
Yeah, growing up in
I
Texas.
love that show. Like I've seen it. I haven't kept up with it, but I just remember like watching the reruns every time it'd be on.
Yeah.
And
Like, I
before
just-
that, I liked like the '70s show. I
That's
liked
a
it.
good one
show.
too, man.
man.
Those are definitely my top three. Like,
Okay.
Top, yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
great.
you-
That and How I Met Your Mother, one of my personal favorites too. So
I've never seen that.
it's great. I was gonna say Big Bang Theory. I think just now or just recently.
About a year
ended.
ago or 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
I was
it
gonna say
ended.
just recently ended. So pretty crazy. You have a favorite movie?
Yes, it's called The Book of Eli.
Book of Eli.
Yeah.
Okay.
By I don't know who it's by, but Denzel Washington's in it.
Okay.
It's
There
like
you go.
that post-apocalypse. I don't know if you've seen it.
I thought I've
Post-apocalypse.
seen
Yeah.
something about it. Yeah.
It's about a guy he's like carrying the last Bible.
Oh wow.
It's a really interesting movie. It's a great movie. I love it.
Huh. I'll have to check that out. Your favorite place, town, or city in the U.S. other than Garden City, or maybe where you grew up?
I'm not crazy about Borger.
Not crazy about Borger.
I mean, it's cool, but
Not many people usually are.
I just don't miss it, to be honest.
Sure.
I love I miss the people that I grew up with, and
Sure.
friends.
Yeah.
But I love Colorado, man. I love springs.
Yeah.
Springs.
I
there
really
you go.
The whole state is high. I hope you know that. All them
We know the
dispensaries.
real reason why AB's going to Colorado.
He wants to get that Rocky Mountain high.
The Rocky
the
Mountain.
Rocky Mountain High.
No.
Become a.
I'm not looking
become a
forward
guy.
to the altitude adjustment. Like
Let's see now that can be quite a big adjustment,
Yeah.
honestly. So
my wife and I have been working out more than ever, so hopefully it's like training and helping.
Yeah, no.
Good.
It ain't going to work.
Still not. Enough. We'll have to-
you're gonna get a headache the second day you're there.
Yeah.
It's just gonna
see.
it's gonna happen.
Just
it always
smoke,
happens.
just smoke a lot of that wacky stuff, and you'll be fine.
I got a headache. I'll smoke this. Okay, I don't. Do I have a head? I'm not sure anymore.
That's right. What's that cop looking at me for?
I'm doing.
He'll smoke with you. Shoot, in Colorado. Yeah. That's-
Brian would.
Yep. He said- your favorite drink, whether it's alcoholic or non-alcoholic?
I love me some good iced tea, like just classic
Classic.
iced tea.
Unsweet or sweet?
I'll do unsweet and just like one pack of like
Okay.
sweet and
I
lemon.
mean,
kind of a hint.
Yeah.
True Texan likes sweet tea. I don't like sweet tea.
I've
I
been
like
in Kansas
unsweet.
for too long. No,
love
I'm just
sweet
I
tea.
like unsweet tea if I'm going to drink
Yeah.
tea. Yeah.
I am too southern. I love sweet tea.
Yeah, I do too. It just the older I've gotten, it's just kind of faded.
Yeah.
Like,
But
I
that's
mean,
not,
a hint,
that's not my
of sugar is
favorite.
not bad though.
Yeah.
Or-
I love sweet tea.
yeah.
You like what?
I love sweet tea.
Sweet
Oh,
tea.
you're a sweet tea girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I am.
I tried homemade mangoes tea one time in Texas.
Interesting.
It was the best tea I've ever had in my life.
Wow.
Whose home did it come out of?
Who's what?
Well, you said it was homemade. Whose home did it come out of?
So it was made at one of. Well, I was at a music internship and they were hosting us for a dinner one time, and it was made by Larry and Mary Galvan from Lubbock, Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, shout out to them. Their tea,
Lubbock.
It was so good.
Love Lubbock.
Yeah, Lubbock. I love Lubbock too, actually.
If I ever get a chance to move to Lubbock, I will. Favorite restaurant?
Here in town, La Cabaña.
Oh,
Best tacos in town.
best tacos
in my opinion.
ever. Oh yeah,
He
there's
said
no
no.
choice. There's no question.
Well, I'm a steak and potatoes type of guy. So.
Oh, okay.
I didn't
He's a
get
German.
this body.
He's a German,
I'm
so
a-
steak
yeah.
and potatoes.
Yeah.
I didn't get this body eating tacos.
Although
Although I could have,
You
but
could-
no.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could have.
I'd say about a quarter
Now-
of this body was
Now
made
I
for
like
tacos.
a good spicy Tex-Mex from like San Antonio Riverwalk,
Okay,
that
yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Or I'll like that kind of Mexican, but around here no.
San Antonio, one
You
of
know,
our favorite places to live.
Like
Or is
tacos
it?
don't compare to La Cabaña here. They actually like just taste like the real stuff.
Yeah, I don't need real. I need good.
What did they put in those tacos? Crack. What's your favorite color?
Navy blue.
Navy blue.
Not royal blue. Not a sports fan.
No, I'm really not. I don't watch.
Really?
Yeah.
I was gonna say one of my questions here was favorite sports or sports team or athlete. So
My favorite sport would be
growing up in Texas, I mean, it seems like
Yeah,
football would be the de facto.
I like football. I played in high school.
Oh, did you really? Okay.
Yeah, I played for 2 years. I was not good at it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't good at it, so I didn't stick to it. I stuck to music. It worked
Music.
out. It worked out better.
See, that's the thing. I was never athletic enough to ever do sports, so it was always music for me.
My favorite
Except
sport
bowling.
is baseball, though. Like to play, that's my favorite sport. I don't like watching it. I don't like
Is that
watching
right?
any sport.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I love boxing and UFC. Like those are my
Okay.
favorite sports.
That's
for
that's
sure.
fair.
I'll
Yeah.
watch those.
That's
fair.
not a sport.
Yes, it is.
See, I line up sports.
People die.
Yeah, I know, but
People
see,
don't-
I line up sports. You have to. You have
The
to
only
have
criteria
a ball.
is a ball. Yeah,
A ball. You got to have a ball.
which
or
is a
else it's
stupid
not
criteria.
That's why hockey isn't a sport. There's not a ball there. It's a puck. It's a puck. It's flat.
But you can't skate around.
No, well, not with her. I can't. But no,
Wow.
you got to have a ball. I love flying, and I like watching the Reno Air races or the Red Bull races with the airplanes. But that's not a sport because anybody could fly if you just teach them to fly. But yeah.
You could do any sport with it when somebody's taught some.
Yeah, but yeah,
Jeez,
it's got to have a
Louise.
ball. Gotta have a
Okay.
ball.
Terrible criteria. Terrible.
There's no ball. There's no sport.
That's right. Now you're catching
I
on.
do consider
I get
boxing a sport because
you
people
really?
get hurt. It is a legitimate
You get hurt playing
You are
football.
trying to hurt the other guy. You're trying to knock him out.
I was
So
at the Reno Air races one time. The guy drove his airplane in the ground at 500 miles an hour. He got hurt.
Sounds like terrorism to me.
But he kind of also did it to himself. Somebody else didn't do it to him. So,
Yikes.
oh well. Or maybe it didn't do it himself. It's
Okay.
pilot. Well, hey, you said 99% of plane crashes are pilot error. So.
Pilot air. Yes, it is.
Oh, so maybe he did get. But anyway, let's finally favorite animal. You have a favorite animal?
Well, chihuahuas, of course.
Really?
I actually hate chihuahuas. I hate them.
He's not the prototypical Mexican
Yeah.
where no.
I hate chihuahuas.
Chihuahuas, really?
Yeah, they're annoying.
So,
Whether wild or domesticated, it doesn't matter. I
Dogs
mean,
are great. I mean, like
Dogs
I
are
love
awesome.
Yeah, I have a dog.
I want to own all the dogs.
what kind of dog?
He's a mix with a German Shepherd and a Husky.
No, okay.
Oh, so he's a big guy.
He's
Medium-sized dog?
He's
got some
medium.
medium
He's more
size.
of a husky size.
There you go.
Yeah, but he's a great dog. He's so smart. He's really smart, and he's just got a lot of energy.
He's got a lot of
Yeah,
energy.
he's got a lot of
He's got
More
the husky
energy than
energy.
you
Yeah,
The
definitely.
husky energy.
Has he
man,
has you left your guitar around and he started strumming the strings yet?
Thankfully not. Well, not thankfully. If he did, it'd be cool, you know.
Yeah.
But at the
but-
same time, it's like, oh,
Till he gets a hangnail on that one note and it bing.
bing.
He did chew up my vinyl records one time.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Good thing he chewed up like the ones that didn't matter.
Like Cyndi Lauper or something.
Well, it was like some Christmas stuff that I bought like at Salvation Army just to
okay.
like
Oh,
be
okay.
funny at home.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
But it was like that stuff, and he did chew up like an Al Green record I had.
Ooh,
but
Al
just
Green?
not the actual record. It was just the cover.
Just the cover.
I was
Oh,
like, okay, I
okay.
can live with that. Like, but
Wow.
he did break a few records. But
Al Green.
I
do
gotta-
you know that's how Al Green died? He died in a plane crash.
Oh, I thought you were saying
His ministry was trying out an airplane for his new ministry, and his little farmhouse or commune that he had had a little grass runway, and they were trying it out. There's a video of it on YouTube.
man.
and they were trying out, and they were overloaded, and they couldn't get off the ground, and they crashed. So,
Yikes.
I thought you were about to say Al Green died eating records.
well,
I know. I was like,
I'm
wait.
just like, wait, how did he die?
Or by a husky or something.
technically, yeah,
Death
he
by
was,
husky.
yeah, he was eating something because he hit the ground pretty hard.
He ate the fuselage and
Yeah.
steel and grass.
Right.
And stuff. And finally, what are 3 things you would take on a deserted island?
My guitar. My wife.
Oh boy, in that order? Wow.
The wife
Dude,
was like,
back up,
okay.
back up,
Can we cut
back
that
up.
out?
Can we get that? Everything can be edited, yes. I'll put my wife ahead of guitar. There you go.
What? You're not married? Why your wife?
I'm saying for him.
Oh, okay. You said my wife.
I'm not married, no.
Just some water. I'll take
Water?
some water.
Got it.
Well, you're on an island.
Oh,
You're surrounded
You're
by
surrounded.
water.
Well, like clean drinking water.
Well, you can get filters. So how about filter?
Okay. A filter, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll take
Like a filter straw, you know what they, you know.
Yeah, that's smarter.
There you go.
That's more resourceful.
You'll never run out of water.
On a
certainly.
deserted island, you wouldn't take a volleyball?
Wilson.
Wilson. Oh yeah.
Wilson.
What was I thinking?
Well, yeah. So, well, I mean, if he had his wife, he wouldn't need Wilson.
Exactly.
There's gonna be a time she's not gonna talk to him, so he's gotta have something to talk to. So.
That's right.
Oh man. I'll talk to my guitar.
To talk to your guitar.
Yeah.
Make it talk like Peter Frampton. So,
Yeah.
so yeah. Anyways, yeah. There
What's
you
your
go.
guitar's name?
Jolene.
Jolene. Not Epiphone?
No.
What kind of guitar is it?
It's a Martin.
Martin. Oh,
Oh,
classic.
Nice.
Can't go wrong.
Well, you can, but
You can't.
Well, you can go wrong with a guitar. Yes, like the one I purchased for like $200 and it was a dud. I mean, it's a guitar. You can still play it, but you can't plug it in. Like it's an acoustic electric, but it doesn't work. I got it and then there was something wrong with the electrical thing. So I was like, well, I went wrong there. So I went with a. Was it a Breed Love? It was a D'Angelico.
okay.
Something like that. Anyways, but yeah, cool.
right.
Martin, nice. Yeah. Well, so we'll let you get set up. So this is our surprise ending for the show. Those that are listening, we're gonna let AB sing a song for us, and it's actually gonna be his new single called "Driving."
Correct.
And so we'll get him plugged in here, and so.
Yeah, you can use that mic, or if you like to stand up, you got the one behind you.
I was gonna say if you want to stay here, that's cool. I mean,
Yeah, I'll just. Is it cool if I stay here?
that's fine. Yeah. I just want to make sure it.
However,
it
we're
works
going to be
here, so.
making funny faces at you.
We're gonna make-
Can you handle that?
No.
Can you handle me performing? I'm just kidding. I'll just
Oh,
look at
guitar. Okay, I didn't know what performance you were talking about. Okay.
I'm embarrassed. Oh, there you go.
All right. Set it where you need it.
Yeah, set it where you need it. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, his newest single called Driving. Take it away, my dude.
I've been running from all the dangers of my life story and how it's supposed to be. This wasn't meant to be. I've been fighting off all the ones I love just to tell myself I don't need no one else. I'll know it when I fail. So I keep driving down the highway, and I keep fighting along the way. I keep fighting all the madness, and I keep driving up down this road. Yep. I'm surrounded the strangers I have already seen and a life left behind. I've had a change of mind. I've been searching for how to end this war right inside my head, but I can't find a way. There's nothing left to say, so I keep driving down the highway, and I keep fighting along the way, and I keep fighting all the madness, and I keep driving, yeah, all down this road, yeah. Oh, what you search for is what you'll find. You can leave it all behind, my dear. Oh, go and get your peace of mind. It is waiting on the other side. Or you can always take your time while you look around and say goodnight. Oh, and keep driving down the highway, and I keep fighting, oh yeah, down this way. I keep fighting, all the madness, yeah. I keep driving, down this road, yeah.
Well done, my dude.
Thank you.
That was
Thank
awesome.
you. Thank you very much.
I like that, the little Elvis thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
That's going to do it for us here. Uncaged, thanks once again to A.B. Licon for coming onto the show and also performing for us, man.
Yeah,
Check out his new single called Driving. It's anywhere you get your music, Apple iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, I'm sure. And then, yeah, I've been digging it. I've been digging it. So
Thank you for having me.
absolutely. For KanEquip Girl, Snipes,
Yep.
guys,
Yes.
it's going to be, we're going to rock it out here. Thanks for joining us. This has been Uncaged. Join us for episode number 34 next week. It'll be uploaded on Saturday next week since we're going to be here Friday. So that'll be coming up. So, well, we'll see you then next week. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Uncaged. Tune in next week for more. This has been brought to you by Loving's Moon, Tim and Jerry's Auto Sales, Garden Bowl, American Gratitude, Patrick Dugan's Coffee House, and AAA Loans and U-Haul.